All right. It's Tuesday. It's 8:16 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to prep some Dungeons and Dragons. We don't normally prep on Tuesday nights, but we're going to be prepping stuff for Extra Life. We got Extra Life coming up this weekend. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I myself am running 4 games over the 3-day weekend and participating in at least 1, possibly 2, depending on how the schedule works. So it's going to be a lot of Dungeons and Dragons this weekend. Altogether, our Discord server is doing 69 hours across 72 hours of content, possibly more. We'll see what happens. So one of the 4 games. Yeah, what's up, Dom? One of the 4 games that I'm going to be running is Divinity: Heart of the Eternals, which is this over here. See, I made a triple landing page because I'm running 3 different games, and I didn't feel like dealing with that. So yeah, I didn't feel like doing 3 separate pages, and I wanted people that logged in for Extra Life games to already be like at the right place. So we just got everybody kind of stuffed in here. So because I've got different people from the server and who like to watch prep in different games, I'm not going to showcase anything that's going on in Upon the Icebound Terrace, and I'm not going to showcase anything that's going on with Tomb of Destination tonight. We're going to only focus on Divinity: Heart of the Eternals, and maybe we'll work on our character for Warhammer game. Not Warhammer game. Warcraft game. Yeah, I got a lot on my mind. A lot of things bouncing around there. So let's go to this Divinity game. All right. So over here, I have a folder made for Icebound players, Icebound Terrace. I got Kobold Heroes. Let's see. We probably need to. I gotta have that E on heroes. Oh, there we go. And then we don't need Lantern Wick, so we do need to make a folder for Divinity. All right. Oh my goodness. So we'll do. Wow. Divinity. There we go. And I kind of wanted Divinity to be red, so we'll go with red, and I'll just change Kobold Heroes to be a different shade of purple. We'll go with like a lighter purple. There we go. And let's see, within Divinity, we're going to have 5 playable characters. So the first character is going to be a Death Knight. I'm trying to give them all unisex names. So I'm going to check out Fantasy Name Generator unisex names. See if it has a table for that. Probably not. So we probably will go with 5th edition Tieflings. I think that'll work pretty good. So let's see. That would be Fantasy and Folklore. Titans. All right. I guess we got to go with Pop Culture. Dungeons and Dragons. There we go. And Tieflings. Because Tieflings generally have unisex names. Alright. Virtue names. That's what we're looking for. There we go. Alright. So let's see. This one is a killer who's about killing people. I guess we could name them Murder. That's pretty intense. Let's see if there's some others. Hate, recovery, love, pain, carrion, gluttony, comfort, sadness, guild, hate, atonement, optimal, anguish. Anguish sounds pretty dope. All right, we'll name this one Anguish. All right, so this is our first player character, Anguish. All right, what I'm doing with these characters is we gotta give them some health. They're going to be a mashup of 4th edition and 5th edition characters. So, Heart for Irony. That would actually have been pretty good. I like Anguish though. Anguish is pretty. They're pretty. This character's pretty edgy, so we'll go edgy. What's up, Raptor? 2-1 Echo. Let's see. Got to make a folder for it. So we've got adventures. I got Divinity already. It's full of maps. I didn't realize it was going to have so many maps, or I would have made a subfolder for maps. And we'll go here and put actors. There we go. And then inside actors, we'll make a folder for anguish. And the reason we're going to have a folder is because we're going to have like a boy, like a femme and a mask version of each one. And they can kind of like choose, you know, which character they are. Go. And to generate these, my kid is going into the character creator and they are generating characters, taking screenshots of them, and then we're turning the screenshots into the minis. So, you know, kind of keep that flavor going. So let's see, hovered by anyone. Go ahead and put that in there. This character's going to be a little bit bigger than everybody else. They're going to have bright red blood. Let's go everywhere. And let's see, they'll have the vision. And always on for owner. We're actually not going to show everybody's hit points because it's going to be like somewhat cooperative, but also somewhat competitive. And I think that will work for now. Oh, we also have to make sure we set their height. So this character will be 6'5". I think they'll allow that. Okay. So what we're looking for is a 7th level character, but the 7th level character is also going to have all of the sort of abilities that we would expect from a Divinity character, but they're going to be portioned out the way that you would get character abilities from, come on, brain, from a 4th edition character. So, yeah, it's pretty complicated. The most core thing that we could probably make Anguish, they are a fighter necromancer. So in D&D terms, we would probably give them strength as a saving throw and maybe wisdom as a saving throw. So when you're doing classes, there are considered 3 strong saving throws and 3 weak saving throws. The strong ones are Dex, Con, and Wiz, and then the weak ones are Strength, Intelligence, and Charisma. They're called weak saving throws because they don't come up as often as the others, and when they do come up, they're not as, well, they claim they're not as important. But generally, if you have to make an int save or a charisma save, you're in big trouble. But that's generally how it is. So any given class, when you're designing a custom class, is going to have 1 weak and 1 strong. If you look at every single class in the game, you're going to notice that there's nobody that has like Constitution and Wisdom. I don't believe so. Okay, so she's got that, or they've got that. For race, they are going to be a human, and I got to look up the rest of the stuff for their other abilities and whatnot. We have to give them some kind of class, and so we're going to go over here, and we're going to create a folder, and we're going to call this folder Divinity Classes. There we go. All right, so inside Divinity Classes, we'll go ahead and add, let's see, class. We'll call this class Death Knight. I think that works. Is Death Knight 1 word or 2 words? I feel like we'll just make it two words. Death Knight. And create. So with this class, the only things that we really need so that Foundry doesn't flip out is we're going to give them a D10. And let's see, for hit dice, I guess we mark that. Hit dice used? Is it D10? Now I don't remember. Let me look at a character that's actually built. Hold on. It's been a little while. I actually have to do this for my Curse of Strahd game. I have to make like 10 or 15 of these custom classes, so it'd probably be good to get in there and double check. Let's see. Details. Just hit the hit dice. Tell them if you have spell progression. Tell them what spell abilities they use. Number of starting skills. Saving throws. Eligible classes and skills. Okay. Cool. I guess I'll keep that open as a little guide. All right. So their spell progression is not important because they're technically a one and done character. There won't be any progression. This is a 4E inspired game. I just didn't want to mess around with 4E Foundry. So I'm creating characters that feel like 4th edition characters, but they aren't actually 4th edition characters. Because I just didn't feel like going all the way down that rabbit hole again, is what it comes down to. Let's see. So we're going to say that they're not a spellcaster, but if they were a spellcaster, we'll say that they use strength for their stuff. And then their saving throws. This is where we would go in and mark strength and wisdom. Updates. Number of starting skills. Sure. And we'll go ahead and give them athletics, intimidation, medicine, arcana, religion. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Update. And then their chosen class skills, we'll go ahead and say that they are going to start with intimidation and athletics. Update. Perfecto. So now they have this, now they have a class. All right, that works. So we could actually untick these, and when we drag the class over, it should gain those automatically. Let's see. It did not. Well, all right, we'll tick it on manually then. And then we're going to put them up to 7th level. There we go. All right. So did that at least up their hit dice correctly? Cool. And the proficiency bonus went up. That was a concern. So we'll hit strength and wisdom again. I set up Anne with her IRL class as the background of the character sheet. You can use to make her... Oh, okay, that's cool. Awesome. It's really weird because I only need it for like the one level, you know, Dom, and then you guys are gonna be multi-classing into other stuff. And you're gonna be doing not even a multi-class. Like the classes we're making are like level 0 classes. Like they don't matter really. I don't know. It's the whole thing. All right. So let's go over to my notes. Heart of the Eternals. So if we scroll down, we can see that the premise of this game is it's a 4 to 5 hour, but I have 5 hours set aside. And then, let's see, a small remote island has been discovered, thought lost to time. It is the rumored resting place of a great and powerful source artifact, the Heart of the Eternals. Each of you seeks the heart for your own reasons, but the dangers of the island and the many traps and guardians protecting the heart will require you to work together for now. An original dungeon crawl adventure written by me, set in the world of Divinity 2. Played using the 4E game system, a group of 4 to 6 pre-con characters representing different factions must work together to find a powerful divine artifact, but each member of the party has their own hidden agenda, competitive co-op with a pinch of possible PvP. So I already have many of the maps like set up already. I don't have the really cool introductory map set up. So, like, short rest abilities becoming counter abilities, healing surges per hit die, per rest. Yeah, exactly. Raptor 2-1 Echo, you've got it. It's so simple, it's laughable how simple it is to convert 5E to 4E. Alright, so here are our pre-done characters. We've got Goth Girlfriend Death Knight, who is a Man-at-Arms and Necro. They're going to have Leech and Bully and a Suit of Armor. And let's see. So here are our racials. So let's go ahead and create a new folder. And we're going to call these Divinity Racials. Sure, racials. That's not problematic. All right. And then inside this, we're going to make these a... I guess you're a feature if you are a race. I think that's what... the required name is not there. My bad, my bad. All right, let's try again. All right, so we're going to put human. it will be a feature and create. All right. Now, what could we put that represents a human being? Let's see. Divinity to races. Nope, nope, not faces. I put races. There you go. Don't try to clean it up for me. I know what I'm about. All right. We could take the classic picture of the main five and just harvest thumbnails from their faces. That could work pretty good. All right. We shall do that. Let's see. Get our snipping tool out. And get to work. Human. There we go. And save. And DOS2-human. Got it. Next, we'll grab elf. DOS2 elf. And so on and so forth. Grab lizard. New. Let's see. Nope, nope. Hold on. Save. There we go. DOS2 lizard. And poor beast. Does anybody take this dude in their party? I certainly didn't. DOS2 dwarf. I will say the dwarves in Divinity 2, them lady dwarves looking pretty good. Alright, so we have those. Technically, we would need an undead. Because there's like a wild card, like undead. So, let's see. Oh, I got one right off screen. I'll just grab it. And there we go. DOS2-undead. Great. All right. I don't want to get logged out of here, so I'll just keep going in there and shaking it. Okay. So we go to Assets, we go to Adventure, Divinity, New Folder, and we will do Icons. And I guess we'll upload all these real quick. So go to Pictures. Fortunately, I don't have too many spoilers or spicy things in this folder at this time, so that's good. I would never want to scandalize you guys. Not like that Witchlight Isekai BronyCon arc. We don't want to ever be in that place again. All right. So the abilities I came up with for humans are the following. Humans gain access to Encourage. They can help as a bonus action. Range 30 feet. Ingenious. They can increase their crit range by 1. And Thrifty. They gain proficiency in Deception, Insight, or Persuasion. So we will do racial abilities. There we go. And we'll punch these in. And what we'll do is alright, gotta think of a good way to format this. So we'll call it at will. There we go. At will. There. And bold. Encourage. Help as a bonus action, range 30 feet. Sweet. So then Ingenious is a passive utility? No, I think it's just passive. So we'll call it a passive. Any actual 4E diehard fans that still remember how everything works, I'm so sorry. I'm just shitting all over everything you love, probably. But and then we'll call this a utility. And Dunzos. Alright, so none of those are like charge up or once per day or whatever. So that pretty much passes as is. Now what we could do is we'll do activation. The only one on there that's activated is an at will, and it's a bonus action. So we'll just say activation, bonus action. Sweet. We'll drag that human ability over, and good. Now I believe under special traits we can set the crit threshold to 19 automatically, and that will cover all the things that the human does, which is pretty cool. All right. Good. We're off to a good start. So we have human racials done. Should we, while we're here, just make the rest of them? Probably. Probably. All right. So what we'll do is we will duplicate, and we will call this one Elven. And elves actually have 2 activated abilities. So let's see. But one of them is... Yeah, we should probably do each of these separate. So we'll do Corpse Eater. There we go. We'll change this out for the elf. Go. And here we go. And we'll do Corpse Eater Ritual. Alright. And we'll say, eating the flesh of the dead allows you to experience the moments before their death. This is similar to casting the Speak. Really? There we go. Speak with Dead. Spell as a ritual. All right. I was just going to allow them to do this as much as they want, but maybe we should make it an encounter ability so that they just don't spend all of their time eating the dead. Seems pretty good. There. All right. So because it's an encounter, we got to go over here. And we say that it takes 10 minutes because it's a ritual. And then we say that we don't need to worry about all that kind of shit. But we'll go to limited uses. 1 of 1 per short rest. Look at that. We just made a 4th edition encounter ability. What? Yeah. Now I'm wondering if we should also put encounter like in the description as well. I think we should. All right. So then we're going to duplicate it. And then this one is also an encounter ability, and this is Flesh Sacrifice. All right. So Flesh Sacrifice, you spend 1 hit die, and you create a blood pool centered on you. And you may take 1 extra action or bonus action that turn. All right. So what we'll do is we'll say that it is an encounter ability. There we go. And then we'll say, as a reaction, comma. There we go. So... as a reaction, you may expend 1 hit die. This creates a blood pool centered on you. Then you may take 1 extra action or bonus action. Cool. I like that a lot. All right. That's a very powerful ability. And then it's once per short rest, so that's taken care of. And then finally, we're going to duplicate again. And then this one is utility. And it is called Ancestral Knowledge. All right. And then here we just put at character creation. Let's see. Choose proficiency in blah, blah, blah. All right, and that is not an action at all. So clear all that shit. And good. All right, so, oops. Encounter element, encounter utility. Okay, that's fine. Nice. So yeah, basically I have all of these different racials like designed for based on the vision of the game or whatever. All right, now I found dwarves to be like mechanically the worst in Divinity Original Sin 2, and I didn't know if I should keep them the worst going into this or what. But what we're gonna do is I guess we'll just it's just a one shot. So if dwarf sucks, dwarf sucks. If dwarf's too strong because we reverse nerfed it, that's fine too. So we're gonna duplicate this. And we're going to go in here. And I think I was supposed to put elf on there. So I'll have to fix that. Alright. So do dwarf. And then this one is sturdy. Okay. And basically, you gain 2 HP per level. 2 max HP per level. Simple enough. Alright, and let's edit this one real quick to make sure it says Elven. Cool. Alright, so that saves out, that's good. So then Dwarven Guile, which is another utility. So, and Guile. No sense in having multiple items for utility, so we'll go down here and put, let's see, this exact language. At character creation, choose proficiency in Deception, Stealth, or Thieves' Tools. I'll be honest, I really like all the races from Divinity Original Sin 2, but I really thought the dwarves conceptually was pretty cool. I felt like mechanically they weren't very good. And then we're going to duplicate Flesh Sacrifice, and this is going to be Dwarf, and I believe it's called Petrifying Touch. Alright, switch this over to Dwarf again. There we go. And basically, this is a Fortitude attack. It turns the nearby target to stone, incapacitating it, deals X earth damage, and removes bleeding, burning, poisoned, and crippled. Okay. So, how we will convert this to be a mostly D&D thing is, let's see, we'll strip all this out, and we'll put encounter. Okay. And this will be melee attack versus fortitude defense. So what do I mean by fortitude defense? So how I'm going to simulate it being more like 4th edition is instead of making saving throws, you're going to make like opposed rolls. So somebody will attack your fortitude. That means that you can defend with a strength save or with a con save. You could do a reflex with intelligence or dexterity, and you could do a will with charisma or wisdom. So that's how we're going to handle. That's how we're going to handle that. So it's a melee attack against fort defense, and then if successful, let's see. We'll say deals. I don't know. We'll go 3d8 force damage. and is petrified. I guess petrified is a status, so let's see. Here we go. Petrified. There we go. Incapacitating it. Well, yeah, we know what petrified does. Petrified until the end of its next turn, period. And then we'll put also removes bleeding, burning, poisoned, and crippled. I don't really think we should be using the term crippled, so we're going to put slow. There we go. Alright, sounds good to me. So again, not as great. Oh, we should probably say, if a fail, target just takes half damage. That way they didn't waste their whole turn. I mean, it's an encounter ability, so that's not unusual. Alright, that sounds good. So then we go down here, and we'll go ahead and add... let's see. I guess it's still a saving throw. But we're just here for the damage. We'll do 3d8 force. Alright, cool. Okay, so that's the dwarves. Next up is the lizards. So the lizards are going to have fire and poison, but instead of having fire and poison... Hey, what's up, man? Without having fire and poison resistance, which would be very strong, they're going to have the 4th edition equivalent, which is damage... which is DR, which is damage resistance, which is the same. It's not the same. So in 4th edition, you had a numeric value for your resistance, and you ignored the first X amount of damage from that damage source. So instead of these guys starting the game with fire and poison resistance, taking half damage from all fire and all poison for their entire careers, they start the game very strong, ignoring the first 5 points of fire damage, the first 5 points of poison damage that come at them. But that doesn't scale well with level, right? Because when an Ancient Red Dragon does 140 points of fire damage to you, taking half of that is much better than ignoring the first 5 points of that. Do you see how it works? So it seems like really strong at low levels, but it falls off very, very quickly. So you have to find other stuff to stack on it to make your damage resistance go higher, which is very similar to a video game, which is very similar to Divinity. So that's another thing we're going to take from 4th edition. All right. So for that, we'll go ahead and do... let's see. We'll duplicate this one. And this will be utility... lizard, and it is called Spell Song. Not E-Lizard. We don't want E-Lizard. And we'll do Spell Song. And for Spell Song, they get to choose Arcana, Performance, or Persuasion. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff other than just share it out with my Patreon peeps, because, like, I don't know if I'd run another adventure here. Maybe. I mean, putting all the work in here, be kind of fun to do another adventure in here. But let's grab the lizard pick. There we go. And let's see. They also have their sophisticated. So we're going to duplicate this. And this will be sophisticated. That's horrible. Wow. There we go. Did that work? There we go. Sophisticated. Okay. And fire resistance. Okay. So you have fire resist 5. And then you have poison resist 5. You ignore the first 5 points of damage from that damage type each time you would take it. So somebody with damage resistance 5 could be like burned by fire probably pretty easily and not be bothered by it, but they wouldn't want to like fall into lava, for example. All right, so we'll put a little star here and italics. There we go. Now, the lizards were incredibly strong in the game. I think a lot of people could agree. Lizards were probably the strongest, one of the strongest races. But let's see. They also had a breath weapon. I wanted this particular lizard to be more like storm-based, so we're going to do that. So let's go to D&D Beyond in another window. And we're going to go grab a good Dragonborn breath weapon. Yep. Anytime now. D&D Beyond. Why are you running so slow tonight, D&D Beyond? Wow, D&D Beyond website down. That's weird. Let's try again. Yeah, it's running like shit. Okay. That's weird. Source book. Fizzban's Treasury of Dragons. I'll drag it over here so we could all watch it run super slow together. Alright. So we'll make them a chromatic Dragonborn. Oof. What is the holdup here? Alright. When you make an attack action on your turn, you replace one of your attacks with an exhalation of magical energy in a 30-foot line that is 5 feet wide. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed saving throw, blah, blah, blah. You can use your breath weapon a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus and regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So, what we're actually going to do is we're going to take this, and we're just going to make it an encounter ability. And because it'll be an encounter ability, we will also make it a bonus action. So let's see. We'll take Flesh Sacrifice, and we'll duplicate it. All right. And we'll replace this with Lizard. And we will put Dragon's Breath. There we go. We'll punch in all this here language. There we go. And this will be Encounter. And then we'll say, as a bonus action, comma. Let's see. And then we'll say, you create an exhalation of magical energy in a 30-foot line. All right. So what we'll do is I'm going to bold all of that so it stands out a little bit. Okay. Let's see. The creature takes 1d10 damage on a successful save. This damage increases to... So it's 2d10. Alright. So we'll go over here. And this is a saving throw based. And let's see. We will make it a flat 15 for now. And we'll sort that shit later. It's going to be dexterity based. It's going to do 2d10 lightning. There we go. And it's going to be once per short rest. We're going to change it from 10 minutes to a bonus action. There we go. That makes me wonder, is this still showing at 10 minutes? It is. Glad I double checked that. Alright. Close. Maybe we should make the dwarf's ability a... I mean, they're going to make somebody lose a whole turn, though, so maybe it shouldn't be a bonus action. Yeah, okay. Bonus action, and then... Oh, yeah. Target is a 30-foot line. There we go. And the line width is 5 feet. And good shit. Okay. And we'll just change this out for Lizard. And we're straight. Okay, cool. Going back to our notes. Yeah, I'm working on the pre-gen characters for Divinity. So we've done the 4 main races. Now we have the undead race to do. So the undead, they have, let's see, they have a passive ability. So I guess we'll just copy, let's see. Choosing undead will have you pick from one of the other 4 races. Okay. So let's do, yeah, we'll just duplicate this. And we will put undead racial. Okay, and then we'll go grab the undead. And we'll grab both of these. Paste these in. There we go. Let's see. I don't think that any of the undead's abilities are going to be very helpful based on, you know, what they've got here, but we'll see. And oh, this is kind of neat because these are currently linking to the wiki, right? But if I go here and get rid of them, oops. How obnoxious. Okay, go here and break the link. I can never remember how to do that in Foundry. Whatever. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just manually punch them in. So they can get sophisticated. Or they can get whatever. I'll just put version 1 of the pick undead version 1 of the 4s, and you will gain the racial skill option of that race. Period. Cool. Okay. And then we need play dead, and I think play dead is an at will. So we'll go ahead and do petrifying touch. No. We'll just duplicate this one. All right, and this will be at will, undead, and it will be play dead. I'm assuming that if you play on like the hardest difficulty level, play dead is an incredibly important skill in the game. I did not play on the hardest difficulty level, nor did I have an undead in the party. Full enemies think you're dead. Cooldown of skills will be paused. Any actions you take will cancel the status. Well, obviously, we don't need that part. Any action you take will break or cancel the status. Set playing dead for 3 turns, doesn't break invisibility or sneaking. Okay. Okay, I think all that works pretty good. Let's see. Like, basically shit just doesn't attack you. We should make it similar to Guidance. Not Guidance. What is it? Sanctuary. Okay. This ability is similar to Sanctuary. No, wait. There we go. Is similar to Sanctuary when used against highly intelligent foes. I think that's pretty fair because, like, other people are gonna know that you're not really dead. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see how it goes. All right, cool. So we have that sorted out. So let's go back to trying to build this first character, which will help us determine the other 4 the other 4 characters. All right. So I'm going to scroll down, and go to the Death Knight section. So right away, they have a passive utility. You gain temp HP equal to half the damage that you deal. All right, so we're going to put that as a feature, and it is a passive ability, and it will just be called Death Knight. Okay. So we will call it passive Death Knight. There we go. And it is a passive ability. You gain temp HP equal to half the damage that you deal, and it's just always in effect, which seems like stupid strong, but I really don't care because it's just a one-shot. All right. So that is that ability. That was easy enough. Next up is Talent, Leech. So basically, Leech allows you to absorb a blood pool and gain healing from it. Stepping on a blood surface absorbs the surface and heals you for 5% of your vitality, regardless of the size of the surface. So that's kind of like math sucks, but I guess we could make it work. So we'll go ahead and go to passive abilities, and we'll put Leech. So passive Leech. Go. All right, so passive Leech, and we will say when you enter or start your turn in a blood patch, remove that patch from the battlefield and regain hit points equal to 5% of your maximum total. Period. All right, seems pretty simple. Next up is your civil abilities, Leadership. Allies starting within 15 feet of you gain an expertise die until the end of their turn. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, so this is another passive ability. So this is going to be a passive aura, 15 feet. 5e loved auras. So this will be Leadership. All right, that solves that problem. Okay, so now we're moving on to the, can you use a blood pool to do a healing surge? That would be pretty cool, and maybe more 4th edition, and also maybe it would tone down how unkillable this Death Knight build is. That's a pretty good idea, Tom. Though 5% of your total HP is not really that much, so maybe it's not that big a deal, but I guess they could just bleed forever. And while that's funny in Divinity, it's probably not so good here. So yeah, let's do that. Let's see. We'll go to where did Leech go? Did I save over Leech? I think I fucking did. I'm so dumb. Okay. Welp, let's do Leech all over again. All right, here we go. Leech. And this is utility. There we go. So utility. I say utility instead of passive because utility implies that there is some sort of activation involved, some kind of cost involved. Passive is just always happening. All right, so utility. If you enter or start your turn in a blood patch, you can remove that blood patch from the battlefield and spend a hit die to recover the amount rolled plus your con modifier. There we go. Yeah, that's more Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that's more Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. That sounds good. Thumbs up, Dom. Thumbs up. Good shit. All right, so then we've got their at-will abilities. So these are their active abilities. So we're going to go here, and their first active ability is Provoke. Because I wanted this one to be very much like a tank, like a 4th edition tank. All right, so Provoke is a warfare skill. Blah, blah, blah. Taunt pierces physical armor and costs 2 points as of the patch. So it sounds like they do get a saving throw for it. So here we go. We'll copy this flavor text right here. We'll also put at will. All right. And let's see. Taunt the enemies around you. Provoke and tease them so they want to attack you. Targeted creatures. I'll say make an attack roll against the creature's will defenses. All right, and then we're going to have bonus action, one creature, and then we're going to have action, all creatures within 20 feet. That seems pretty good. All right. So we'll say one creature within 50 feet will be the bonus action. All right. Taunt the enemies so they want to attack you. Make a all right. A provoked enemy will prioritize attacking you instead of any other target. All right. This effect lasts 3 rounds, period. How long does Provoke last in the game? Does anybody remember how long Provoke lasts in the game? Let me see. Divinity OS2. How long does Provoke last? It only lasts 1 turn, and it's a 5-turn cooldown. All right, this effect. Okay, so this effect lasts until the end of the creature's next turn. Period. I do like the flexibility here that they could do an AoE or they could do a single target. So that seems pretty good. And it's at will, so they can do it every single round if they want to. All right. The next ability is Battering Ram, which we will not make a bonus action. We're going to make that full action. All right. So this ability is... And we should probably just make the human thing have its own like clickable like help action as a bonus action, so that it's like it reads a little bit better for people. So I'll fix that in a second. So at will, battering ram. There we go. And let's see. Rush forward in a straight line to designated point, hitting all enemies in your path for 50% damage and setting knockdown. Good God. Maybe I shouldn't have that as a as an at will. Jesus Christ. Okay. So how can we make this less powerful? So we will say all right. As an action, let's see. Move up to your, or as an action, you may move up to your speed in a straight line, period. All right. During this movement, you may move through enemy spaces. Any enemy, let's see, no larger than one size more than you. There we go. Okay. You may perform a shove action on any enemies no larger than you whose space you moved through or ended adjacent to. Any enemies failing any enemies successfully shoved by you take 1d8 damage. That seems pretty good. It's very, very strong, and you're obviously going to want to do it a lot. But this action does not prevent opportunity attacks. Or ignore difficult terrain or hazards. Period. That seems pretty good. Alright. I'm into that shit. Okay. And so this is at will, so they can just bust this thing out as much as they want. But it gives them like a lot of movement too, yeah. Alright. Cool. Did that end up anything like the Valdez one, Dom, or is that like totally different? Let's see. Now it is time for encounter abilities. Oh, wait. We were going to fix the human stuff. All right. So let me delete this human racial. There we go. And let's see. So what we'll do is we'll go here, and we'll get rid of this at-will ability. There we go. So we'll have human racials still, but then we're going to duplicate it. And this will be at will. Encourage. There we go. Alright, so we'll go over here. It's a bonus action. And, oh, we should get rid of that again. Still screwing this up. Okay. And this is going to be range is 1 ally. There we go. Or I guess 1 creature. There we go. And it's a range of 30 feet. There we go. Alright, so that's good. At will, encourage. We need to change this to be utility. There we go. Much better. Okay. The Valdez does let you pass through, so I think yours is better. Oh, it doesn't let you pass through. Okay. Yeah, but like, it's a risk-reward thing, right? But this character is so tanky that I feel like they can take those opportunity attacks and kind of deal with it, you know? Because they're gaining temp HP every time they deal damage. They're absorbing blood pools. Like, they just have a lot going for them. Alright, so now we're going to go to this next ability. And it will be an encounter ability. And this encounter ability is called Phoenix Dive. By the way, if you haven't played Divinity Original Sin 2, it's a really good game. Like, it's a really good game. You should definitely play it. And if it's too hard for you, and don't be embarrassed if it's too hard for you, just play it on easy mode until you start to get good at it. You could always change the difficulty. Well, no, actually, I don't know if you can change the difficulty. I think you can change the difficulty. As long as you're not playing on, like, super hard mode. You can always, like, up the difficulty if you start on baby mode. And you don't have to tell anybody you play on baby mode. Just enjoy yourself. Just play the fucking game and have fun. It's like a really good game. It's got a really good story, too. But I will say this. On higher difficulties, it's very, very hard. So, again, if you're just trying to have fun, like, don't be embarrassed. Alright. Encounter Phoenix Dive. So, how this ability works in the game is you just do a teleport, but then when you land, you also do fire damage. Who does that sound like? It sounds like our friends, the Eladrin. That's right. So, we're going to go to game rules, races. And we're going to jump down to... There's so many races. Oh my god, what a mess. Eladrin. There we go. You know what, they do need a couple more elves, I'm thinking. Just a couple. Just a few more elves. That's all we need. Just one or two more. So, Summer. Immediately after you use Phase Step, each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of you takes fire damage equal to your proficiency bonus. That's exactly what we needed to do. So, what we're going to do is, you teleport up to 30 feet to a location you can see, period. When, and then we'll just copy this right here, immediately after, like, why reinvent the wheel, you know what I'm saying? Like, the words are already there. Alright, let's see. Immediately after you... nope. Okay. There you go. After you use your Phase Step, after you use your Phoenix Dive, each creature of your choice... Well, let's get rid of that. Divinity it really likes friendly fire. So we'll just say each creature... let's see. Creature and object... within 5 feet of you takes fire damage equal to your proficiency bonus. We'll just say takes 1d10 fire damage. That's more fun. There we go. Alright, you teleport to 30 feet to a location you can see. Immediately after you use your Phoenix Dive, each creature and object within 5 feet of you takes 1d10 fire damage. Perfecto. I love it. Let's make it a bonus action because it's more fun. And then we'll do range, oops, 30 feet. There we go. And let's see. It is a once per short rest. And it has some damage here. So we'll just do utility, damage, and it will be 1d10 fire. That's fun. And close. I don't know if it should leave a fire patch behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we want to get, like, a lot of, like, terrain stuff out. So we could just say it creates a fire patch. But the way I'm doing the way I'm doing patches is, it's just, they're just going to be 10 foot by 10 foot squares. So I don't really want, I don't know. I don't want you to, like, land in a fire patch and then you have to worry about taking fire. Maybe you just can spawn a fire patch next to yourself when you appear. That might work. Why don't we do that? Okay, so let me get rid of the damage here. And we'll go back over here. And we will say, immediately after you use your Phoenix Dive, place a fire patch adjacent to your new location. Alright. That works too. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see. Then we've got Deflective Barrier. Okay. So how Deflective Barrier works is projectiles that hit you are reflected back at the caster. This does not prevent the original projectile's effects. and it provides some physical armor. So, let's see. This skill does not work without a shield, and it is learned from an item. Well, this character does have a shield. The shield also deflects projectile from spells. Fireball, Fossil Strike, etc. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't be surprised. My Red Prince was the sword and shield guy. The skill can deflect your own projectile if you target your feet. Well, that's kind of neat. If enemies are in range, you can deflect them and yourself twice. Wow. Okay, well, that sounds really cool, but I don't know the best way to handle this ability. I think this would be like a 4E stance, honestly. So let me see if I can find an example of a 4E stance to look at. All right. So in 4E, there was a type of ability called a stance. The stance keyword indicates that the power lasts until the character uses another stance power, falls unconscious, dies, or upon another condition explicitly stating the text of the stance power. Unless the stance is at will, it will end at the end of an encounter. So yes, let's make a stance ability. That sounds fun. All right, so this new feature is going to be encounter, comma, stance. And then the stance is going to be deflective barrier. All right. As an action, you enter the deflective barrier stance, period. While in this stance, anytime you are targeted by a ranged attack, comma, you may roll an attack roll if that roll meets or exceeds the roll of the incoming ranged attack. You deflect that attack back at the original source using your attack roll as the new attack roll value, period. Wow, that's really good. Let's see. It's D&D though. Should they have to use a reaction for this? They've already used an action to turn on this stance. Do you know what I'm saying? How about this? How about this? So you got options. Free action. You take the damage and effect of the ranged attack, but can also deflect it. Reaction, you avoid the effect. There we go. And can also deflect it. That's pretty fucking good. Alright. And then we'll put this down here at the bottom to explain what stances do. There we go. Put that in there. Loop. Because we'll probably have stances on other characters. Nice. Alright. How do I get rid of... Do I go here? Nope. That's not it. I think I just go... Oh, shit. Ah. Alright. I think I go here. And I just delete this. And that should get rid of it. There we go. It's been a little while. Alright. And same deal. We'll go here. Ah, it's so finicky. Okay. Cool. That's like a pretty good ability. As an action, you enter the deflective barrier stance. While in this stance, anytime you are targeted by a ranged attack, you may roll an attack roll. If that roll meets or exceeds the roll of the incoming ranged attack, you deflect that attack back at the original source using your attack roll as the new attack roll value. As a free action, you can do this, but you take the damage and effect from the ranged attack. As a reaction, you could do it, but you avoid the damage and effect of the attack. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Maybe we should clarify. If successful. Let's see. You take the damage, and then we'll put even if successful. There we go. And again, this character is supposed to be pretty good at taking hits. So taking hits to like bounce damage back might not be a bad thing. Alright, so now we get to some exciting stuff, which is the daily ability. And the daily ability of this character is Shackles of Pain. Alright, so we're going to go here, and we will do Shackles of Pain. You know what I need to do? I need to see if there's anybody on the server that likes putting icons on abilities, and see if anybody wants to go through and actually put icons on these abilities so they're not all a bunch of sacks of coins. But I feel like it's more important to have these abilities like done and then, you know, clean them up later with icons than to be doing it as I go. All right, so this is going to be a daily ability. And it is going to be an action. Let's see. Mark a target so that it will receive all of the damage you receive. Damage transferred in this way ignores any resistance to the target. It only costs 1 action point to use this. So I guess it is going to be a bonus action. So daily, and it is Shackles of Pain. Okay. So down here, we will put as a bonus action. Let's see. Do they even get a saving throw against this? Let's see. Shackles of Pain, cooldown. Yeah, it is resisted by physical armor. Okay. As a bonus action, make an attack roll against a target. We'll say will or fort defense. Okay. Let's see. The target must be within 60 feet, and you must be able to see them. I know there's like better language for this, but fuck it. Okay. If successful, the target. Do they receive all of the damage, but you also take damage? Or just like any damage that goes to you goes to them? I can't remember. Let's see. Damage passed is the same type inflicted on the caster. Does not trigger self-healing from the Necromancer ability, but does trigger from the Lifesteal ability. AI will normally avoid attacking you if you have the spell activated. Interestingly, this doesn't seem to apply to the enemy that you applied the shackle to, only other enemies. Okay. Combines well with living on the edge as all damage, even past 1 HP, will still go to the shackle. I think you take the damage, and then they also take the damage. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Alright, the target takes all... let's see. If successful, any damage that you take, the affected creature also takes. Damage types remain the same. This does not trigger your Death Knight ability. All right. Shit, how do they get rid of this? Okay, Shackles of Pain. Does not trigger. Oh, lasts for 3 turns. Okay. This ability lasts 3 turns. Oops. Fat fingers. Alright, cool. That's a cool ability. Alright, so let's see. Target is 1 creature, and we'll say 60 feet. Okay. And it is 1 bonus action. Now, you might be thinking you're giving these guys too many bonus actions, but since we're trying to emulate 4th edition, in 4th edition, you could trade an action for a second bonus action. So if your build was very bonus action heavy, you actually got rewarded for that in 4th edition because it would allow you to basically have just more options, because you could have 2 bonus actions if you needed it at the cost of one of your actions. Honestly, would make an amazing house rule for 5e. I don't know why we haven't bothered to do it yet. Alright, and then the last thing that this character has is they have a special shield, and the shield is going to give them the shield throw ability or whatever, bouncing shield. Okay. Well, at the rate that it's taking to build these characters, I'm a little nervous about having like how long it's going to take to prepare, but I'm very excited about trying it out. Throw your shield at an enemy, dealing 70% physical damage. Shield can bounce to another enemy in 5-foot range. So we're just going to say that they have a shield of throwing, and that's it. So there we go. Because this is kind of a bonus ability I just thought was really neat. So we're going to do at will. And it's going to be bouncing shield. Okay. And so how this works is as an attack, or... Oh, I guess that's a point. Would these characters have multi-attack, right? Would they be able to make like more than one attack on their turn? Because they have all of these different abilities and stuff. I kind of don't want to do that. So maybe making a lot of things bonus action is a good idea, because then they can trade those actions for bonus actions and kind of mix and match it. That would actually be pretty good. Okay. So I'll go ahead and make this a bonus action also. There we go. And I'll put you throw your shield. Dealing damage. Make an attack action against a target's AC. Dealing damage on a success. Either way, your shield always returns immediately. Alright. That sounds pretty good. Okay. And then we'll put here range. I don't know, it's got a pretty sick-ass range in the game. We'll do range 40 feet. There we go. Alright, so this is actually a ranged weapon attack, but it is going to go off of strength. There we go. And damage will be 1d8 plus atmod. Bludgeoning. Sweet. Alright, so it'll be range 40 feet, and it will be 1 creature. Alright, sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. This is really cool. Oh man, I'm pretty excited about this. Okay. So cool. Now we have Anguish mostly done. We got to give Anguish some equipment. So we're gonna give them splint mail. That seems like good armor. Maybe. Let's see, inventory, splint mail. Oh, we have to equip it. Fun. Okay. And then we're gonna give them a shield. There we go. And then we have to equip that as well. There we go. And then I guess for now, we're just going to give them a bastard sword, broadsword. Yeah, let's give them a broadsword. So what we'll do for a broadsword is we will just do okay, we'll just take a short sword and we'll just mutate it into a broadsword. So over here, broadsword, and get rid of all that shit. Change that to slashing. It'll do a D10 damage. It'll weigh a chonky 8 pounds. That's ridiculous weight for a sword. And it'll cost 50 gold. Just making this weapon up. And that's all it'll have for now. Cool. Alright. 50. 8. There we go. And let's see. Proficiency equipped. We're going to undo that stuff. Let's make it heavy. That'd be cool. Let's see. 5e heavy property. Heavy. Small creatures of disadvantage to use this. Ha ha ha. I guess enjoy heavy weapons while you can, because I'm pretty sure for equity purposes they are going to be removed. But, you know, it is what it is. And then we'll change this to that. And it's no longer finesse, so it should automatically grab strength. And we're good. Broadsword. Bloop. Okay. And that's the character. Now we got to do some quick math here. And we got to give him some stats, too. Alright, I'm thinking like standard heroic array. So a heroic array, you start at 18, and I guess you count your way back. So we do 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. So your lowest stat would be a 13. That doesn't seem very fun, though. I mean, I guess it's fun. People like having good stats. I don't know. I just feel like if you've played Divinity Original Sin 2, like my Red Prince had like 50-something strength and like 3 intelligence by the end of the game because I had like so badly crippled his intelligence to get strong. So maybe that's not the best way to do it. Let's do, let's see, 18, and then we'll go down here to 8. All right, and then we'll jump to 10. And then we'll jump down to 16. And then we'll go to 12. And then we'll go to 14. That seems pretty good. Alright, that's what we'll do. Alright, so she will have an 18 strength and a 16 con. And let's make her a little clumsy. What do you think? We'll do an 8 dexterity. And then intelligence could stay at 12. No, at 10. We'll do that and that. There we go. Cool. Okay. And let's see. 4 skills. They were going to have athletics, and they were going to have intimidation. And then as a human, they get another one. So let's see. What is the other human in this? Human racials, deception, insight, or persuasion. Alright, I feel like insight probably would be good. And then they should get 2 more skills. So we'll go ahead and give them... We kind of want to have it like pretty focused around the board. So why don't we just do religion and arcana. There we go. We can always change it later if we need to. Alright, so then, now that we know her constitution is a +3, that means at first level she got 13, and then each level thereafter, you roll a d10, and what do they give you, 6 on a d10? God, that sucks. Alright, so 6, so that's 9 per level. 9 times 6 is, God, what is 9 times 6? 36? No, that's not right. Hey, Alexa, what's 9 times 6?
9 times 6 is 54.
54, that's much better. All right. So this lady person has 67 hit points. All right. Cool. 67 hit points with a 19 armor class and a lot of cool abilities, a lot of self-heals. All that seems pretty good. All right, great. 1 down. So it's going to be a lot of work to convert the rest of these over. Now that we have a character set up, though, I kind of want to like show you what I've got going on with the maps. And I don't have all the maps done. I still have to do an entire ship. And then I have to do the boss chamber as well. So I'm going to do... let's see. Divinity. Vault. This is the Hearts. Heart Vault. Beholder's Vault. There we go. Alright, and then I guess the navigation name will be Ancient Vault. There we go. And save that out. Kind of bouncing around here, but I could finish this one real quick. Let's see. The ship, I think, is going to be a bit more involved. But here's the final area map. Eye of the Old God. So let's see. That works. Go here. Throw a bounding box. Oh. Fine. There we go. So yeah, this is going to be like where they come down and they have to fight this. In Divinity, there's this creature called a Beholder, but it's not like a normal Beholder. It's basically a D&D Beholder, but it's not a D&D Beholder. It's just a big swirling ball of energy, sometimes wearing like an adorable like Spartan helmet. And then they're just beings of magic, and they just shoot magic and stuff. So that's what's going to be down here. That's going to be like the boss of this particular encounter. So, one of the things I'm trying to do with these maps is I'm trying to have height, because in Divinity 2, having height is really important to dealing damage and stuff. So, as you can see here, we got a little test dummy, and I've got lines drawn all over the fucking page. But if I go and I grab Anguish, and I drag her out onto the map, at height 0, right, she can't see past some of the objects on the map, which is cool. And then when I go to move her, you can see that the water, maybe you can see, I don't know. The water is set up to be difficult terrain, and then certain patches of the jungle are set up to be difficult terrain. So as she starts moving around the map, if she enters these areas, her elevation changes. So now she's up 5 feet. And now because she's up 5 feet and she's 6'5", she can see over those 10-foot high walls. And that's happening automatically because these are zoned to trigger this set elevation macro. Now, as she moves further up into the hills, she can transition because even if there are walls here, wall height, here, check it out. See how there's walls, right? Wall height allows you to climb a wall as long as the wall is not more than 5 feet taller than you are. You pull yourself up onto that wall. So she's able to climb up from this 5-foot area to this 10-foot area without any issues. She can jump down into the water, but from the water, she can't, I'm trying to like climb, she can't climb up here because it's too high. So she would actually have to go around, climb up, and then go that way, or make an athletics check and climb up normally. But here she is, maneuvering her way through the thickets, through the jungle, climbing on rocks, jumping down, jumping up, climbing all over the place. Now she's up high enough that she can see over the chimney and everything that's going on in the house. Just really, really cool stuff. Very, very, very happy with all of that. Was not great to set up. It wasn't. It's not something I would want to do all the time. But I think it turned out pretty good. So after they finish on this map, this is the second map in the adventure. They go into the jungle, and then in the jungle, I have it set up again with all these different height variations. So if I put her down here. She should start at 25. Oh, shit. Okay, is this zone not set up? Let me see. Okay, we'll go here and grab this zone, and let's see. Set elevation to 25. Okay. Oh, maybe because she spawned in. So maybe I have to set an elevation to start. There we go. Okay, so on this map, they're starting like higher than 0 because they have the high ground and then they're going down. So you'll notice that from here, she could stay in 25. Oh. That's not good. Oh, there it goes. Let me check the wall situation. What is blocking this up? Okay, I have a 25-foot wall there and a 25-foot wall there. So why? Oh, I know why. Okay. So these need to not block movement. I just wanted them to block sight. So we're going to go to movement and put no restriction. These are supposed to be like you're moving like through the jungle and shit. All right. I haven't gotten a chance to test this map yet. Alright, so she's still up here, and she's running around in this jungle area, and she can see down into that area, and that's cool and all. But she could also just go over here, and then hop down, and then from here, she drops down to 20 feet. She's exploring, checking it out, but she can't climb back up. Oh, actually she can, because it's only 5 feet up from here. So she climbs back up, and she's searching around. If she goes this way... Oops, hold on. Why am I stuck here? Oh, I think this is because this overlapping zone, it doesn't know whether to give her elevation or not. So it's like a dead zone. I wonder how many dead zones I accidentally created. It looks like the only one. That's fine. So then here, if they fall down to height 0. Oh, check it to activate on move. Oh, so like the whole time they're in the zone, it's just constantly giving them that movement. Okay. Well, down here, if you fall down, you're down at height 0, and now you can't get back up. So I thought that was kind of neat. Like you can kind of see up at the edge there, but you can't like see much further beyond that. And you can go here. You should be able to go under this bridge. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, let's see. Movement, none. There we go. Okay, so under this bridge, you should be able to like go down there, but then, you know, you're also technically up on the bridge. I didn't want to do like layers just for like one bridge, but that's kind of the idea. So if you were, let's say, back up here, and you're at the 20-foot area, and then you jump down to the 15-foot area, and you keep going, and you cross this bridge, and now you're over at this like spooky ass pit, right? And notice how there's like vines here that are kind of growing like tentacles, and at the very end there were tentacles. Yeah. Oh, I don't have to have it set to 0 to exit. Oh, fair point. And then when you jump down here, it goes to 10 feet and then 5 feet, and you make your way to the stairs. And as you start going down the stairs, you can't see outside the pit anymore because you're like too far down. Now, admittedly, on Foundry 10, you'd be like underneath the map at this point, but I'm not on Foundry 10, so I'm not too worried about it. So I thought that was kind of cool, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm sure there's going to be some janky bits here and there, but overall, it's working pretty good. So you go down this pit into these this lava chamber. So let me set the thumbnail up real quick, because I like thumbnails. There we go. Alright, so then we got this chamber right here. Look at that. Isn't that cool looking? Looks like a place where like Anakin Skywalker would lose his legs or something. So we take Anguish, we put them down on the map, and they start out at height 20. And then there's some pillars and whatnot. And then they can just kind of freely sort of like move around. I didn't put a lot of walls here because I like the idea that they're just kind of climbing up and down everywhere. And I didn't really want that to be like too much of an issue with like walls getting in the way. And then they go down to here, and hopefully they don't fall in the lava because that would be pretty bad. But it is a charity game, and they'll be able to buy, revive scrolls or whatever using donation money. So they get in here and sort of make their way through. And then this staircase over here leads down into that first chamber that I saw. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. Pretty damn excited about this. So you can see here that she fell down to height from 5 to 0. And then I thought about putting, like, in the lava, we could make a zone that, like, sets them on fire, which would be kind of dope, actually. All right, why don't we try to do that real quick? So, let's see. Where are all my macros at? Token magic macros? Are those the ones I want? Or do I want the ones that I made? I probably just want the ones I made. So they're probably in... Oh, fuck if I know. Let's see. Macro. Crash gem macros. Okay, best macros. That's nice to see. Special effects macros. Fire shield burning. Alright. All capital burning, by the way. So we'll bring burning down. And this is actually a good one to practice on because I don't know if we can make... I haven't figured out actually how to make the terrain patches yet. I guess I have until the Sunday afternoon to do it, but I'd like to have it figured out sooner than later. So we're going to grab this, and we'll say that if you go into the lava, you will catch on fire. So... And this is bad if they're just like trying to teleport across or whatever, so I don't know. Let's see. We do that. And we go over to multi-level, and we say trigger on enter and trigger on leave, maybe? And let's see. Or should it just be on movement? Either way, the macro name is burning, all capital letters. And I guess we could do 1, 0 for true or false. I don't know if that's going to work or not. And let's see. Drag her over here. Okay, she gets in that lava. Let's see. Does she catch on fire? Yeah. Okay. And then when she leaves the fire, does she go out? She does not. She's on fire forever. I think that's because we need a macro that specifically calls turning itself on and off. Damn. All right. Well, I could just sit there with the fire button and like set them on fire. That's fine. And then I guess we need to turn off the token effects as well. So there we go. But yeah, in order to toggle it like on and off, maybe if we just tried movement. Let's see if that works. So we'll go here. And it won't be enter or leave. It will be movement. And then we don't need these. Just need burning. But I don't know how to turn it off, so let's see. She moves in. She does not... Oh, there she goes. She's burning. And then she moves out. And no. And we wouldn't want to clear it when she leaves because she wants to stay. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to turn it on manually. That's fine. All right. Grab that. Turn that off. Oh, I can do an active on enter or leave, but leave it blank? All right, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Oops. Hold on. All right, so we got to click off and click on again so we don't accidentally select that. So let's see. Go over here. All right. Multi-level, on, off, and macro name is burning. Leave everything else blank, and let's see what happens. Okay, I'm so sorry, Anguish, but here we go. Into the lava. Blah. Out of the lava. Nope. It's still on. Alright. We'll get it working eventually, Dom. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I know that there is some code that toggles something on and off. For example, this polymorph one that turned you into a chicken, right? So if I select her and I hit this one, she turned into chicken, but then I hit it again, she turns back to normal. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe we could get polymorph to work. Let's see. But even then, I think we'd have to call for it to be on or off. So, I don't know. Let me look at the code for polymorph. Alright. Change your type here. Transition type. Let's see. Active loop 1. Magnify 1. Value is 0. Yeah, so I think 0 turns it off and 1 turns it on. So it might work for this one. Let's see. Alright, we'll go back to the drawing. And we'll select burning. But instead, we'll call it polymorph. And I believe it's with a capital P. And then we will put value 1, 0. Alright, and then this poor lady's going to run in here, turn into a chicken. And she's going to run around like a burnt chicken, which is actually kind of funnier than being on fire. And then she's going to try and run out and hopefully turn back to herself. Let's see. Hey, it works, man. It works. Okay, so the secret is in the code for polymorph. Do you want me to send you the polymorph code, Dom? There we go. Mm. I'll send it over. Okay. Yeah, so each animation loop decreases loops by 1. When loops reach 0, active becomes false. So it's explaining in the notes why it's able to toggle it on and off. I just got to figure out how we apply what's happening here to other stuff as well. And like, I think the change is up here. And then it's calling for that down here. And then it's calling to turn that off in the second part. I don't know. But yeah, I think we'll get it sorted out. Or we could just like post it up on our Discord and see if anybody wants to take a crack at it. But for now, I don't think it's I'm that put out by just having to hit a little fire button. So should be okay. All right. And I need to actually drag all these over into the scene just so that they will populate in this server, so that all of our right-click Cub stuff has something to call on, which it doesn't currently have anything to call on. So that's something I have to do also. And then I still have to get the creatures made, so there's a lot of work there as well. So there's like a lot of stuff that still has to be done. But overall, I'm pretty damn excited about this Divinity thing and where it's going. And I'm just going to keep pecking away at this until it's finished. Yeah. So we got to make the other 4 characters. We got to make the monsters. The monsters for this adventure are going to be in the first area, which is on the boat. They're going to be dealing with a kraken, but it's not like a real fight. It's like a tutorial fight kind of thing. Then they're going to make it to the island, and then that's where they're going to be searching for clues, figuring out what happened. They're going to get attacked by a few goblins, and then some of the goblins are going to run away. They're going to follow the goblins into the wood, into the jungle, and then they're going to get ambushed by a shitload of goblins. And then that's in that jungle map. And the goblins are going to be riding on frogs, which if you haven't played Divinity Original Sin 2, frogs are like the strongest monsters in the game. So then they're going to be riding on frogs, and then they're going to beat those, and they're going to go underground. And then that's where this lava chamber is going to be. And of course there's going to be fire slugs, and the fire slugs are going to shoot laser beams out of their mouths, because that's also a thing that happens in Divinity. And then they're going to make it out of there and downstairs, and then they're going to fight a beholder, well, a Divinity beholder, and then those are the monsters. So I think it's like lava slugs, beholder, and goblins, and then frogs. So plus the kraken. It's 5 monsters. If you add in the incarnate, which is the summon monster for the summoner, that's going to be 6 monsters we got to design, and 4 more characters. So kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot to do. Plus I haven't actually finished all the maps yet. So yeah, it's quite a lot of work for only a 5-hour game. But maybe it'll inspire people to try more 4th edition mashup kind of stuff. We'll see. What else? Oh yeah, and now I can work on my WoW character real quick. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock. All right, that's fine. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and work on my WoW character real quick. So this is the character I'm going to play in Conti's game, which is happening on Friday night. That's when everybody's going to be playing either in Will's space game or in Conti's Worlds of Warcraft game. And I guess we're in the Caverns of Time, and we're going to go back in time to all the vanilla dungeons, and we're going to kick at their butts. So I'm going to play Alex Tightsprocket, who's going to be a gnome, a mecha gnome, fury warrior. So I already basically made the character. I just have to kind of punch him in. So let's see. Mecha gnome. I'll Alignment, I'll just go chaotic, neutral. That seems good. And I only have a 25 speed because this is back in the day, before like Monsters of the Multiverse, which is a little depressing. And let's see. Artificer's Lore. Okay, so I have to make all these features, which is kind of tedious, but it's whatever. And are there already classes? There are not. Okay. So we've got to make a new class, and we will call this class, we're going to be level 2. Warrior Fury. Cool. And I don't know how much information we really need to put in there for Warrior Fury. Let's see. Class reworks. The people that made this product, like, worked super hard on it. Like, crazy hard. Well-rounded specialist, creating a warrior, blah, 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 blah. Let's see. I could probably just link this document and call it a day. Let's see. Copy. Read this. Perfection. I'm such a hardworking player. And then we'll take this. I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to do this in Conti's Foundry or not. Oh, nice. Okay. The ultimate lazy move. Just copy paste. And let's see. You have to have at least a strength or dexterity score of 13 to play a warrior, which is kind of interesting. Oh, that's if you're multi-classing. Okay. Let's see. You get all armor, all shields, simple and martial weapons, and firearms. That's nice. You get strength and constitution saving throws, which is not out of the ordinary. So we'll go over here. We get a D10 for our hit die. Identifier. We'll do warrior. Okay. And then we'll do spell progression. I don't get any. Saving throws. Strength and constitution. And number of starting skills. You only get 2. And your eligible skills are acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight. Athletics, history, insight. Intimidation, perception, survival. Intimidation, perception, and survival. In this setting, you're not even allowed to, like, switch stats out for skill checks or anything, which is kind of wild. Because that's actually limited to certain class features. I don't know. It's a whole thing. Okay. So we are a level 2 Fury Warrior. And then what else did we pick? Okay, Artificer Lore. So under features, I guess a passive feature. There we go. This one doesn't particularly help me very much at all. Go. And the source is no. Okay, go ahead and post this in. The classic copy paste from badly formatted PDF. Alright, save it out. When you make intelligent history check related to magic items, alchemical objects, or technological devices, you can add twice your proficiency bonus instead of any proficiency bonus you normally apply. And then Escape Artist is actually pretty dope. So that's an active ability. And let's see. Escape Artist. And this is a bonus action. I like to clearly label to myself that something is when I'm a player so that I don't forget like what it is. I know it gets sorted sort of by that, but I like to just know. All right, save that out. Go to details. And this is one bonus action. Cool. Then languages. I don't know if that fucking matters. You can speak right Gnomish, and I guess that's it. Then I have mechanical arms. I'm not going to get the mechanical legs, I guess, until level 5. Which apparently I'm going to reach, because we're going to be on the fast track to leveling. So mechanical arms. Your arms have been replaced by sturdier limbs and hands. Your unarmed strikes deal 1d6 bludgeoning damage. In addition, you gain proficiency with one artisan's tools of your choice, and have incorporated its necessary tools into your mechanical arms, allowing you to don or doff the artisan tools as an action. Nice. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add a passive ability. And we will put mecha mining arms. There we go. All right. I guess they're what? Stoneworkers tools? Mining tools? I think so. Your arms have been replaced by sturdier limbs. Your unarmed strikes, blah, blah, blah. Incorporated. Oh, this one pasted in fine. Huh. Weird. Okay. So we will choose stone, mason's tools. Mining. Yeah. All right. And then let's see, what else do we got? Here is our stat array when everything is said and done. It was point by, I believe, which is part of why the stats are pretty bad. Oh man, I gotta tell Conti to get Tidy Sheet. Can you install Tidy Sheet? Question mark. It's the best sheet. The one we use in my games. Alright. And let's see. So, the skills we're going to take. We'll take athletics. Take acrobatics. We'll take intimidation. And we'll take perception. That seems good. You get 2, and then we get 2 more from background, so that we'll just do that. And then our stats are coming in at 17, 15, 16, 8, 8, 8. And there we go. Let's see. Then they're going to take 2 weapon fighting. Alright, so under features, go here. 2 weapon fighting is alright on a lower level fighter, even without the 1 D&D house rules that we predicted and used, but could be better. Could be better. I don't think I have too much to do with my bonus action though, so it felt like a good move. Also, I'm really unlucky as a player, so more opportunities to try to roll dice and maybe land a hit is not a bad thing. All right. Now, the second wind ability in the Worlds of Warcraft D&D is actually really cool. It basically lets you use your hit dice as much as you want until you run out. So you have like constant access to your hit dice, which is really, really cool. It's another thing that I was thinking would make a good house rule for the world patch document. Because I feel like we try so hard to make fighters better, and we gave them a scaling one, but this one's also really cool too. You draw upon your stand-up to protect yourself from harm as a bonus action. Bonus action. You may expend a hit die to instantly recover from your wounds as if you'd taken a short rest, regaining hit points equal to the total plus your Constitution modifier. and there's no limit other than your hit dice. So if you're in a real tough spot, and nobody's able to heal you, you could just like burn through your own hit dice, which I thought was a pretty cool design decision on their part. All right, so then there's this whole thing about rage, and it's complicated. Also, he doesn't look like he's got the resources mod either, which kind of sucks. Let me see. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna go with rage. There we go. And I think I only get like 2 fucking rage points or something. It's criminal. That's how bad it is. Rage reserve. I only have 1 rage reserve. Unbelievable. That's a crime. Okay, whatever. And I'm just gonna assume I always have rage because you get it from attacking with your weapon. So technically, you start every fight with it because there's no stipulation of what you have to attack. Alright. Hey, where did my character sheet go? Oh, okay. He didn't have it turned on. Much better. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. So I don't get to do any of this cool rage stuff until later, I guess. Let's see. Go here. Passive ability. Unlock my sheet. And put rage. And this setting doesn't have any barbarians either, so this is like the closest thing they got, kind of. There we go. You can use a bonus action on your turn to tap into your inner reserve of rage, gain a number of rage points equal. Okay, that's a separate ability. Alright, so let me post this in. Ugh, so ugly. There we go. And formatting time. Okay. So you gain 1 rage point whenever you deal damage to a creature with a weapon attack that you did not spend rage points on. You can spend these rage points to fuel various maneuvers. To use one of these maneuvers, you must expend rage points equal to its cost. You can never have more rage points than your warrior level. Your accumulated rage points remain for 1 hour before dissipating, returning to your pool of rage to 0. Rage maneuvers known. I guess I should hit enter. And enter again. There we go. You start by knowing 3 maneuvers: charge, disarm, raging blow, each of which are detailed below. The maneuvers known column, blah, 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 blah. You can never change out charm, disarm, or charge, disarm, and raging blow. Alright, cool. So, hit the save button. Alright, so rage maneuvers. Here we go. Charge. So that was be an active ability. And charge. I don't know why I selected the word charge, like I wouldn't have been able to write it out myself. When you take the dash action and move at least 20 feet towards the target, you can spend 1 rage and make 1 weapon attack against it as part of the dash action. And this attack is made with advantage. That's pretty nice. Okay. Let's see. Get rid of that. Okay. Cool. And so this is actually special. So we'll just do that. And then next up is disarm, which not as good as charge, but still pretty cool. But apparently people that really like World of Warcraft worked on this, and they're all pretty happy with it. So it's apparently pretty thematic to the game. You can spend 2 rage points when you make an attack roll to attempt a disarming strike. If it hits, you deal no more damage, and the target drops 1 item of your choice that it is holding. This could be pretty crippling to a lot of enemies. Also, you'll notice that they didn't think when they wrote this ability to consider any sort of size stuff. So I guess if I was fighting like a Titan, I could, as a gnome, I could disarm that Titan just by landing this attack. So that's kind of cool. We'll see how it goes. And then finally, this other ability we have is Raging Blow. And we'll paste that in. Nope. I keep muscle memory clicking where my buttons normally are. There we go. When you roll damage for melee weapon attack and can spend 1 or more rage points to reroll 1 damage die for each rage point spend, you must use the new roll. Okay, well, I think we could just pay to do that to charity, so I'll probably never use this ability. Alright, cool. Now, as I level up, I'll get access to, like, more, like, dope-ass abilities. Like, they have a whole section of, like, abilities that they can learn, which is pretty awesome. Where is it? Rage maneuvers. Yeah, so they got Berserker Rage, which will... You spend 3 rage points, but you can automatically exit Charmed or Frightened status, which is pretty good. A lot of these others cost a lot of rage, and I'm not exactly sure how you're generating enough rage to pay your abilities during a combat round. So that's something I'm a little unsure about, because you have to hit something and deal damage with a weapon to gain a point of rage. So, like, how many attacks do they think that you're making that you can build up enough rage to use these abilities all the time? Do you know what I'm saying? And I think, like, metagame wise, I would just, like, buy, like, one of them dinosaurs that what are they? I don't even remember what they're called. The Komodo dragons, the dinosaurs that the Tauren ride around on. I would just get one of those. I would just beat it savagely in between every encounter to get my rage points up. So, like, all day long, I'd just be beating this animal so that I would always be angry enough to fight. Which, I mean, mechanically is allowed, and it just feels like really mean, you know? So I feel like I would just tell fighters, your shit's full at the beginning of every fight. Because, like, otherwise, you're just promoting animal abuse. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I don't understand. Yeah. But if Conti's, like, not down for that, I guess I'll just have a Kodo Beast? That's what they're called. They gotta be called Kodo Beast. I'll have a Kodo Beast, I'll just drag it around, I'll just punch it in the face over and over again in between fights to stay angry. Hey man, I just gotta try my best. You know, I'm just trying my best for the kids. For the kids. 5 the kids. Yeah. So you don't get Action Surge in this until level 6, which is kind of bullshit. You get extra attack, though, at 5th, which is fine. They don't have a lot of, like, bonus feats like a fighter normally does, which I thought was interesting. And let's see. Is there anything else I need to know about this? I got Maneuver Save Throws. I got Rage Reserve. Oh, that's the ability I needed to put in here is Rage Reserve. Okay. So, active ability... Rage Reserve. Honestly, a lot of abilities for a 2nd level fighter, which is nice to see. All right. Okay, you can use a bonus action on your turn to tap into your inner reserve of rage and gain a number of rage points equal to your rage reserve column on the warrior table. Once you finish your reserve of rage, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. All right. And then we go over to details, and it's special, but it has limited uses, 1 of 1 per short rest. All right, cool. Was there anything else I needed for this character? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I have a special item called a buckler. They have something called a buckler in this campaign setting, which is like a small shield. So I thought that was kind of cool. So let's see. Go to equipment. And actually, I'm lazy. So does he have quick insert? Let's see. You killing me, Al. No quick insert. I quit. I can't play D&D anymore. Alright. Wow. Gotta make a shield from scratch. Okay. So this is called a buckler. And it is, I don't know, a common item. And it is a shield. There we go. And it provides 1 armor class. And then it has all this going on, which I thought was really cool and a really cool way to handle this. The problem is shields at higher levels could be enchanted, and like, you're just a fool if you don't have a buckler. A buckler is strapped to your forearm, allowing you to hold an item in its hand. If you use the shielded hand as part of an action or bonus action, you lose its increase to your armor class until the start of your next turn. Still a pretty good idea to just have a buckler strapped on at all times, just in case. Yeah. And then I'm going to equip this. There we go. And then I don't remember what my starting money is, but I think I could only afford like chainmail or something. So I guess I'll just give myself chainmail. So we'll just call it chrome skin chainmail. There we go. And it is a heavy armor chainmail. Easy enough. And oh, shit, what's the armor class on chainmail? Is it 5? I think it's 5. Let's see. Okay, is chainmail 2 words? Apparently on 16. Okay. So armor class 6. Max dexterity. Weight 55. Yikes. Stealth disadvantage. Okay. All right. And we'll equip that. No, what? Why did my armor class drop so low? All right, hold on. I think I have to set it specifically to be 16. I haven't. Yeah. All right, let's try again. Okay. On equip. Equip. Does chainmail not allow any? Hold on. 5e. You know what I could do? Hear me out. I'm being so stupid. I could just go over here and I could just look up fucking chainmail. All right, cool. Details. Max dexterity bonus is +0. But I have a good dexterity, so I probably need some armor that respects that. All right. All right. So, let's see. What would be good armor with a +2 dexterity? Scale mail, maybe? Chain shirt? Nah, chain shirt sounds good. Scale mail. Breastplate's the best one. Can't afford that at low level. Yeah, it's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be scale mail. All right. Okay, so let's go over here and switch to medium armor. Scale mail. Armor class is 14. Max dexterity bonus is 2. Alright. There. So yeah, I still only end up with that. And then for stats, oh, I left the lid off my Sharpie. Oh, how sad. Super sad. All right, so that would be 12 health, and then you get 6 and 8, so 20 hit points. That's it? Oh my god. All right. Say 20. Cool. All right. Let's see. Ignore pain. You can use your reaction to spend 3 rage points to be hit by a weapon attack, Berserker Rage, Fury. That's it. This character's pretty basic. All right, cool. So the last thing we need is like a weapon of some sort. So I'll just put we'll put fist. Cool. All right. And let's see. The base weapon is nothing. It's just a fist. I guess we could call it a mace. I don't know. And let's see. We're proficient. We're equipped. They are what they are. I don't know. They're your fists. Okay. And then activation cost is 1 action. And weapon attack. Melee. Default. Attack roll bonus. Critical hits. A damage. There we go. 1d6 plus app mod. Bludgeoning. Cool. And oh my god, what am I even looking at here? Ah. Okay. Oh, right. This is local machine. Okay. Woof. Alright. And good. I think there's guns in the game, but I don't know if I could like afford the guns. Probably wouldn't hurt to have some though. Let's check the book. All right. Heroes Handbook. No, wait. I think we want number 3. Playtesting folder. Let's see. New equipment. Death Knight. Moonsword. Rifle. Pistols. Twin blades. Okay. Alright, so their pistols are 30, 120, booming, loading, and light. Alright, so let's add that real quick. And the pistols are kind of pricey, but maybe Al won't notice. Alright, so let's see. Grab this, put this over here. Okay, and then we need to put what they do. So we'll just put that like so. Cool. All right, so the price is 75. The weight is 2. Booming, loading, and light. All right, so loading, lights. Don't know what the fuck booming is. I mean, does booming just mean it's loud? New property, booming. The ignition of powder creates a loud noise, a flash of light, and a smell of burnt explosives. It can be heard 200 feet away. Well, shit. Alright. Do that. There we go. Do this. Lovely. Alright. So then, save that out. And it's 3120, which is just a terrible ranged weapon. Let's see. I'm going to assume that it is, we'll just call it a martial ranged. And I guess the base thing is closest to a hand crossbow. And we'll go to activation cost is 1 action. And the range is 30, 120. It is a ranged weapon attack. And the damage is 1d8 plus Atmod piercing. Cool. All right. Now I think we're done for reals. So punch, shoot. All right, nice. Buckler, chrome skin, attributes are set up, features are set up. We're good. Oh no! What are the odds that you're watching me prep for your game? Oh man. All right. Well, I've been caught out. I guess I will have to put in a hefty donation. Um, I think I'm ready to go. I don't know how on your local server, Conti, I could change out my icons. Is there a way to change out my icons here? Like, do I have access to stuff? Or do I have to like send you stuff to swap them out? Because I don't think I got permissions, but I don't know. It's fine. I mean, they don't have to have like icons or whatever. It's just been nice, but it's no big deal. I don't need them. It's fine. Okay. And then I think the last thing we have to do is set up our token. So if we go to prototype token, change the name out, and we'll have it hovered by anyone. And we'll change the appearance to be a small. So we'll do a 0.5. And then, no, blood color. Oh my goodness. Wow. And then we're going to go to resources, always on for everyone, hit points, update. And bloop. There we go. Hey, did you make me a turnip so that I could hit the turnip? That's fantastic. Thank you. All right. I think I am good. I'm prepped up a bit. I've got quite a bit to go. The Kobold Press game is completely prepped. I'll show that on a different stream later this week, so that I don't spoil it for people in this stream that are going to play in that one. But it's looking real nice. If you were watching the progress of remaking the map has been finished in Photoshop, and it looks really, really nice. So we'll go over that later in the week. The Kobold dungeon, I don't want to spoil that yet, but it's fantastic. And it's basically a mini Caves of Chaos, and we're just filling that thing up with crazy stuff. So we'll be working on that later this week as well. I'm off work on Thursday, so anything that I don't have done by Thursday, I'll just be streaming on and off throughout the day on Thursday as we finish up everything for Extra Life. So again, lots of fun, cool stuff happening this weekend. I hope everybody can participate, can hang out, can donate to charity, can help us raise some money for Extra Life. It's a great cause, and there's a lot of fun stuff to do, so I'm really looking forward to this weekend. All right, schedule is tomorrow we're playing more Monster Hunter. I'll probably secretly be prepping more Extra Life while I'm playing, because I'm a terrible player. Thursday is the finale of Wild Beyond the Witchlight Isekai. So we're going to do a full session. Even if they finish the entire adventure in the first hour, we'll still just hang out and, I don't know, have a parade, epilogues, that kind of stuff. And then Friday, that's it. It's Extra Life. Dom is very sick and he's not able to work on Friday, so he's just going to hang out with me all day on Friday. We're going to do our vodcast in the morning to kick off Extra Life, play some games during the day, Jackbox with Red at 3 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, A bunch of us are going to play a horror sci-fantasy space game with DM Will, and a bunch of us are going to play vanilla dungeons with Conti in 5e Warcraft. And then we're going to play until like 2 in the morning. It's fucking crazy. And then we're going to get a little bit of sleep. I'm going to wake up at 8 in the morning, and we're going to prep for Red Handed Doom, and then we're going to run Red Handed Doom, but it's going to be charity Red Handed Doom. So like they're going to be able to donate to charity to cheat their dice rolls. And you know these boys in the Red Handed Doom club, you know that these boys like to cheat. You know what I'm saying? You know they've been looking forward to cheating these dice rolls for a while now. So I think this Saturday morning is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be like DC Justice League levels of heroism are going to be happening Saturday morning. So hopefully that makes a lot of money for charity. They're going to just tear through some red-handed soldiers. It's going to be amazing. Then after that, Conti is going to be running more Warcraft. Lex is going to be running some puzzle dungeon marathon. Then at 7 p.m., we're going to be hanging out with somebody from Kobold Press, and we're going to be doing a Kobold Press crossover, running Icebound Terrace, a one-shot that takes place in a frosty dungeon. So pretty excited for that. Sunday morning, I think we're all just going to be like catching our breath and recuperating. I'm not 100% sure what's happening Sunday morning, but Sunday afternoon will be the Divinity game that we were prepping tonight, and then Sunday night to close out Extra Life will be the Tomb of Decimation, a kobold story wherein we try to kill as many kobolds as possible. So I'm really excited. It's gonna be a great weekend. So lots of great prizes, lots of incentives to donate. Keep track of all that stuff. I'll be posting more and more on social media. I'll be doing extra streams all throughout the week to get ready for it. So I'll see you at one of those. I'll see you at Extra Life, or I'll see you next time. All right, good night.